Hello, I'm Harshula from Vera Solutions and I'm going to walk you through the key points of the product features of AMP Impact's latest Gemini release. Here you will learn how to harness these features to better support your operations with the solution and reap the benefits of these latest product upgrades that will benefit you in the long run. Alright, let's begin with the first feature, which allows us to copy objectives from frameworks. We have improved the framework building process in the Gemini release by introducing this pop-up copy from another framework that allows objectives to be copied from other frameworks into the current one being built. Let me walk you through an example. So in our current menstrual hygiene management project, when I click on this pop-up, I first have the option to select a project. Then on selecting that, I have the option to select a framework within the project. And then I can select the one from which I want to copy related objectives. Then I have a list of all the objectives within that framework, and even the objectives with hierarchies are included. I can select the ones that are related to the current framework that I'm building. Then I also have the option to copy indicators related to the selected objectives. And once I click on that, I have a list of all the indicators that are related to those objectives. And again, I can select the ones that are related to the current framework that I'm building. As you can see now, we have a list of all the objectives that were copied from the previous framework into the current framework that we are now building. This is very useful for organizations because it helps them save time when they are building new frameworks. Our next enhancement, hide indicator columns, is very useful for those organizations that build frameworks without using project indicators. As you can observe, these frameworks have lengthy descriptions, and for organizations that do not use project indicators in their frameworks, we have this option to hide indicator columns, and as we can see, we save a lot of space on the frameworks page to now go through these descriptions if we are not using project indicators within our frameworks. Another interesting enhancement we now have is within submissions, where we allow for skip logic or conditional logic to be defined on questions or sections within submissions. So as you can see, this particular question has CD mentioned next to it, and this reads that this question will only be shown if the defined criteria is true. So let's see what it means. So this question asks for a short summary of projects undertaken in the last 5 years. And as we scroll down, we see that this question is ticked to be conditionally displayed, which means that this question is only shown when any of the conditions are met to the previous question, which asks for the number of projects undertaken by the organizations. And if the number of projects is either 5 to 10 or more than 10, only then will this question be displayed to the respondents. As we can see, this is the response form, and here is the question which asks for the number of projects undertaken by the organization. Here the value entered currently is less than 5, but when I change it to 5 to 10, you can see that there is now a question that asks for a short summary of the projects undertaken in the last 5 years. This brings us to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. We really hope that you like our new Gemini release and all the product features that are now available at your disposal. If you'd like to know all the improvements made in the Gemini release, please refer to the release documentation. If you also want to know more, you can also reach out to your account manager or email us at products@verasolutions.org.